Welcome back to Soccer Sphere Hub, where you get the best football, entertainment, and information. I'm AK.
And I'm GT.
This is episode
9.
Let's get straight into it, man. Champions League.
The clash of the big boys.
Yeah, let's start with Real Madrid Atletico. You know, that was it was expected, right, that Real Madrid will go through. But we didn't know how. Again, you can't.
Real Madrid will find a way.
Yeah, because also Atletico is tough, right? It's a derby, but somehow, Real Madrid just gets through. First leg, 2-1. You know, that's not a great lead going into the second leg when you're going to the Metropolitano, right? That stadium is crazy.
And then second leg.
34
seconds into the game, Atletico Madrid.
Exactly what you need.
I was expecting
a high-scoring game, right?
To go for the second. Real Madrid will try to equalize.
Yeah, getting that goal settled the nerves. I think they try
to control the
game. Yeah, being at home. That's my thing. If I was the manager, I would try to go harder, right?
But if you try to go hard against
you open up.
And you have Mbappe.
Yeah.
That can run at you.
Yeah, Rodrigo. Wow. Gallagher with the goal.
Chelsea fans must be proud.
Are you sure?
Because
they didn't rate him.
They're playing the Conference League. So
yeah, actually.
They
didn't rate him, but now he's scoring in the Champions League, right? And then going into the second half, Mbappe took on 3 players. Langley brought him down. Penalty. Why didn't Mbappe take that penalty?
I think it's just 2 guys trying to have that ego clash. Between Mbappe, because Mbappe has also lost penalties. I think he has lost 2 this season.
I understand.
Vinicius has lost 1 or 2.
But don't you think the manager should say you are the designated player if you're off the pitch?
Vinicius is the designated penalty taker for Real Madrid.
But then Mbappe has taken more penalties this season.
That's because I think Mbappe's first goal for Real Madrid was
penalty. Yeah.
Vinicius that allowed him to play the penalty. So he's the first penalty taker for the team. So
however, he blew it over the bar.
Way too much
force. Terrible.
Way too much force. And I keep telling people the safest place to play penalty in certain stages of the game or certain stages in a competition is the middle.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because most 9 out of 10 times the keeper will move.
Yeah,
right?
But when he doesn't, you look stupid though.
But just let's think about the penalty misses. You realize there are few keepers that have actually stayed in the middle. Because it makes them look silly when they don't move. And you play to one of the sides. So I think for him, it would have just, if it was an experienced player of, let's say, Madrid.
But Vinicius usually scores penalties though. It's just a one-off.
Penalty is a game of luck, like they say. But
was it the pressure of the stadium?
I think he just wanted to play a very emphatic penalty. He wanted to
lots of power.
Yeah, lots of power up.
And he missed the precision.
Too much force.
Going into extra time. Now it's 50-50, right? If somebody scores at that time, I think the game will be over, right? Yeah. So, everybody was being cautious. Madrid was trying to press. Atletico was holding off. And then we go to penalties. And then there was a big decision there, right? The controversial penalty. Alvarez, did he hit the ball twice?
Yeah, it did. Even though it was so minute, the touch was almost not. But then it changed the trajectory of the penalty.
So why did VAR get involved if it wasn't clear, a clear and cut decision or infringement on the ball?
Because the rule is the rule. 2 touches on the ball.
Yeah, but even till now, it's not very clear, right?
Yeah, but if it's established that he had 2 touches on that ball, there's no way the VAR.
I heard it was the Real Madrid players that ran onto the referee and was yelling it saying the ball was touched twice.
I watched the match. It wasn't because VAR was already speaking.
On the sideline, because this guy Rodrigo said he wasn't taking a penalty and he was on the bench, right? Yeah. So I think the Madrid players went to the fourth official.
Most of them get to watch from the
screen there, right?
So I'm sure they must have seen. This is.
I think it was the correct decision. There was a touch, there was a second touch, and it changed the direction of the ball. So the keeper can argue that, hey, come on, I would have gotten the ball if there wasn't.
And even the fact that the rule is just the rule. 2 touches, no excuse, whether it's deliberate. But now UEFA is trying to.
If it's
unintentional. I mean, that would bring up
another
controversy.
Yeah.
So sometimes I think we should just stick to
what it is, right? Because I could use my standing leg to tap the ball and then whack it, and then I
unintentional.
I will go and learn how to do that, and then it will be unintentional.
Smart penalty takers will start using. I mean, let's just
in big games, not you don't do it all the time, so that it doesn't look like you won't be that guy. Right? You won't be that guy. All right. So Rudiger, very weak penalty, but he was lucky.
I mean, talking about weak penalties, you remember Vitinha's penalty?
Oh my gosh, I was
one of the most terrible
that was
penalties I've
silly.
seen.
That was silly. You know, but it looked good because it went in, right? But what was that was bad, and it was the first. You set the precedence, right?
Yeah.
First penalty taker, and you just go lackadaisically and just
He looked
packed it.
uninterested.
Yeah. And you saw the relief in his celebration too, right? Like, man, it was like fist pumping. But dude, had that not gone in,
I was telling you that if I was Enrique and he lost that penalty, I don't care if you are the best player. I would
yeah,
ruin your career
done.
because
No, it wasn't good enough. That to me, it doesn't even look professional, right?
Yeah,
this is what you do in training. Come on,
exactly. Like,
what you do in
hit
training?
The ball, choose a side.
So
Rudiger also played it very weak.
yeah, but luckily he went under the keeper's hands and he went in.
Pushed it in. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Unlucky.
It was 6-5 or
Unlucky,
6-6.
and there we go again. Madrid is in the quarterfinals. Another quarterfinals, probably another a Champions League trophy for them. And who do they play in the quarterfinal? Who do they play in the quarterfinal?
Arsenal.
Nah.
Arsenal fans.
If let me tell you, they are scared of us in the Champions League. Real Madrid, they know.
Who is scared of you?
How many times have they beaten us in the Champions League?
How many times have you even got it to the quarter?
How many times have they beaten us in the Champions League? Who got the one over them in the latest meetings?
How many years ago?
We are Arsenal, and we are going to win this quarterfinal game over 2 legs.
Ronaldo de Lima was maybe 29.
He's fair.
He's the president of
guess who's going to score? Merino. That's the new number 9 in Arsenal. Arsenal, Real Madrid in the next round. Let's just quickly do the predictions before we go to the games before the other games. Who do you think is going to win that game over 2 legs?
Nah, clearly.
Do you think it's going to be a beat down?
Nah, I don't think so. I think Arsenal would like to be cautious about, like, with their approach with Real Madrid. But the problem with Real Madrid at this stage is, I would have probably said Arsenal stood a chance if it was a one-off game.
Because that second leg, right? Over 2 legs is tough. Like, you can ask Man City fans. They will tell you what they've been through. They will tell you how it goes. PSG, Liverpool, good game of football. Game of football.
Even Van Dijk had to confess that this is the best team they've played over 2 legs.
Slot said the same thing. Slot said the same thing, that this
high
is
press, beautiful football.
And
Liverpool was lucky.
The confusing thing is the amount of, you wouldn't have believed how interesting the game was if you just saw the scoreline, right?
You would think it was
both 1-0 away and 1-0.
It was
PSG should have finished this game since the first leg. Even in the second leg, they had so many chances.
You know, my fear was they were going to pay dearly
which is what happened in the first leg.
Yeah, the number of misses, exactly.
Which is what happened in on the group chat we were talking about how because I said I predicted Liverpool to win, and then just before during the second half there was a message. He said, "Oh, is this the PSG that he said is going?" Yeah. And I said one chance that Liverpool gets, they will score. Either Salah does something crazy or he gets a penalty, and their first shot on goal at the end of the game, and that was it. And they sealed the game there. The only save Donnarumma should have made in that game that will have an impact after Alisson. Apparently, he's very good in penalties. The guy's frame is huge. He's huge. Yeah, even if I'm taking a penalty against that guy, I'll be like, whoa.
Where am I going to play to?
Yeah. So first leg, first time in history where Liverpool goes away and wins, and then they don't qualify, right? Yeah. They don't qualify in that. So they came back home. However, PSG was full of confidence. From that first leg,
we're going to Anfield and we're going to win.
To be honest, if you play Liverpool like that, why can't you go there and play the same way? Like,
sure, because same set of players.
Yeah, they didn't even pack. They didn't pack the bus because Liverpool barely got a kick in the first leg, right? But the only reason why they played in this second leg was because they were at home, right? So they had to. You had to come out, and it was just back and forth.
Let's also talk about the fact that over 2 legs, I feel sorry for Salah.
Salah was anonymous, right?
He pocketed him.
You know what? You know the arguments we're having. This is why I like Europe, right?
Yeah.
For their penalties. There were 2 incidences that Salah will have gotten one of those in the Premier League
Just
as a
like
penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they've had the most number of penalties.
Nine this season, yeah, combined, and I think everybody in the top 4.
You realize Salah was always throwing his hands up.
Because he thinks like this is really big, and you know this is not the Premier League, and the referee just waved it off, and I was like, wow, this is good refereeing, right? There's contact, yeah, but it's not a foul.
Exactly.
So get up and play.
Yes.
So Dembele with the goal. Kind of lucky, there was misunderstanding with Konate and Van Dijk and the goalie, right? And he banged it in. They will have won that game, right? So it was a tie, extra time. Even extra time, they peppered Liverpool. Liverpool sat back.
Liverpool had to defend.
Yeah, they sat back.
They don't have the firepower.
It was shocking. I'm like, wow, this PSG is different from the one that Arsenal beat in the earlier group of the group stages, right?
They're favourites now to land in the final.
Yes. And penalties. Darwin was the first miss, and
the other guy.
Jones missed it as well. Yeah. And what PSG, they converted all their penalties. Apart from beating, he scored, but it was just shocking. Yes. So now PSG is going to play with Aston Villa. Who do you think is going to win that one?
I think PSG will. You know why I'm tipping this PSG team is because of the experience they have in the coach. For the previous
and no fear, no fear.
Projects they've had. Pochettino wasn't the top coach.
Yeah.
Emery
is a Europa coach.
Yes, but now they have someone who's been there, done that with Barcelona. He's won the Champions League. So I think that gives them an edge this season. He can come, and they have firepower. Yeah, no, the players are fearless, right? They just Bakola, and then they bring.
They do it, and
as a defender,
and you're scared.
What am I supposed to do?
I like that guy.
You know, so. I tip them to get into the final.
And that's that bracket. So whoever wins against Arsenal and Real Madrid plays the winner against PSG and Villa. So that settles the semi-final on that side. Then Bayern is going to play Inter.
To be honest, I think Inter would.
I think Inter too, because Bayern struggles. They just kind of find it. Yeah,
I mean, they even found it easy against Leverkusen because it was Leverkusen.
A German side, that they kind of. They know what to expect,
if it was any other team, they would have struggled.
Yeah.
So I think I would give Inter a slight edge.
Barca Dortmund.
That would be a very, very interesting one. You know why? Dortmund is actually the only German side that actually defends well. Like, they defend so well that...
And then they have to come from behind to win that game. Yeah. So, and away too.
Away, yeah.
To Lille. Yeah.
So, man, that would be very, very interesting.
And one thing... These games depend on where the first leg is and the scoreline there, right? It's going to decide how it goes.
If Barcelona can get the first leg 3
settled,
goals,
right?
3-1, I think.
But man.
But with Dortmund, you know, this was...
They're just a gentle giants. 2 or 3 seasons they've gotten up there, right? Yeah. Semi-finals and final, I
think...
Just they were unlucky also. Even in that final, they were unlucky. It was Madrid. They played Madrid and they just lost the game.
So I think, but obviously with Barcelona, they have quality.
Yeah, top quality.
They'll punish you.
And that they have, that their high line.
Benfica as well.
Yeah.
Should have won that game.
Yes.
But then
with a red card. Red card, Kubasi.
They have one shot, they will score.
Yeah.
So that's what differentiates the top teams from the other average teams. So I think I'll lean towards Barcelona winning.
And the Champions League resumes April 16th, right? So we'll see. Some people will have players back. Some people will have gotten injured by then. Exactly. So it depends again. It depends, and we'll see how it goes. Because cup competitions is different, right? And that's why Madrid, if it doesn't matter how they are in the league, they find a way to always progress. Europa League, Man United, you guys made it through today. Bruno scored a hat-trick, 2 penalties, and a beautiful driven shot across goal. That was Garnacho's assist, right?
Yeah.
And what? It was 3-1?
3-1.
No, 4-1
final score.
4-1 final. They also had a penalty. Yeah. Oyarzabal, right?
4 penalties
in that game.
One was overturned.
Yeah. Man, the man of the match was that guy on the Dogu. That guy. He terrorized them, man.
Really, it was just
he won 2 penalties, right?
Yeah.
Although they took one was rescinded. Didn't they rescind one of the penalties?
Yeah. They rescinded one of the penalties.
And he also sent a guy.
today was his best because usually was one.
So who did they give the man of the match? Was it Bruno or him?
Obviously Bruno.
Bruno, right? 2 goals, yeah, 3 goals. Hat-trick in the Europa League. So in the next round, Man United, you're going to play against Lyon. Bodo Glimt is going to play Lazio. I think that's a given. Do you think you guys will beat Lyon?
I think Bodo is quite good this season.
Before we get to you guys, do you think you beat Lyon?
Yeah, I think we will. I think
so. That one
for Manchester United currently, I think this is the
only competition you guys
where we can escape miserable season and like have some succor.
My only consolation is that Man U and Spurs cannot both win the Europa League because now there's only 8 teams left. Yeah. This is quarterfinals. Next thing you're in the semi-finals, right? And then finals. And I think Lazio, Bodo Glimt. Do you think Bodo is going to beat Lazio?
To be honest, I wouldn't put it past Bodo.
Okay, I think Lazio.
I would lean towards Lazio mainly because it's Lazio.
Yeah.
And it's a known club.
Yeah.
But I would not be surprised if Bodo does something very
spectacular.
Yeah, very, very crazy today.
Spurs, Eintracht, Frankfurt. I think Eintracht would beat Spurs.
Yeah, I think Frankfurt would win.
Is that not where that etiquette is? Nah. I don't think they can stop these guys. I think they will beat them. Because who did they beat somebody that I wasn't even expecting them to get here, right? It was I think 6-2.
Yeah.
So Spurs too. Is Spurs? Nah, I don't think so.
The only way Spurs is going to progress is if, they would not, but if they change their approach.
Nah, they are not going to change it. They are not going to change it. Now they even have Romero is back, so they will probably think they might even rest Van de Ven till then as well, because I think he's been in and out. So they might just keep him till then, and they will think, we can just go that high line. Frankfurt is going to. I think it's going to be bad. I think it's going to be bad.
But I think Frankfurt
will go through. Yeah. And then Rangers, I'm surprised they're here. Rangers, Bilbao, Atletico Bilbao.
I think Bilbao should win that
one.
I think I would lean towards Bilbao winning.
Easy. All right, let's talk about Cole Palmer, and that is first penalty miss. What do you think? What's wrong with Cole Palmer, man?
We've been calling him Cole Palmer for the past 2-3 episodes.
And he's proven I sold him, and you were telling me you said you wanted to get him back. I said I don't care at this point.
I regret.
Yeah.
I kept him for one game. He missed a penalty. Like why?
Nah, this guy he's falling off real bad.
There's something wrong with him. I don't maybe psychologically or because. Even the way he plays.
Anyways,
he doesn't even play like he's interested.
These are the guys that always catch up when they come. Arsenal is playing Chelsea next. These are the people who always turn up. What do you think? But Arsenal, Chelsea.
Is not a big
game player, right.
So I think Arsenal should win this one
because there's at the Emirates as well. But Arsenal has no firepower.
Neither does Chelsea. No Jackson.
Oh, right. But Nkunku is still kind of it's not good enough. So you think Arsenal will win that game?
Yeah, I think
it might be a draw. Yeah, it might be a draw. Most likely a draw because we might be able to get one goal.
And you know the reason why I'm leaning towards Arsenal winning the game? Because of the legendary player you have in your squad who is going to turn up week in, week out, who has been doing that for the past few months.
Week in, week out?
Yeah.
Who?
Raheem Sterling. The OG of the OGs.
The man with the assist on the midweek.
Yeah, he won the player of the game, didn't
Sterling, this guy is finished. Don't get me started. Everton.
So you don't believe Sterling is going to...
did you see his post that I still have something to prove, right?
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Yeah, I still have something to prove. You didn't whine me.
Cook.
Let me cook. Eba.
Cold Eba. With your soup.
Everton. Oh my God. Everton West Ham, kind of a dead game.
Dead game, but I think
Everton, they've been in form. West Ham
has
been in the mud, yeah. Ipswich Forest
should win that one easily.
Yeah, Ipswich poor.
Terrible.
Man City Brighton.
I think regardless of where they're playing,
is that the Etihad? Yeah.
I think Brighton would win.
Brighton has been on form, I think 4 or 5 games.
I know they have the opportunity to catch, in fact, to
overtake
on the table.
And to go into fifth, right?
Yeah, depending on the results
of Chelsea and Arsenal.
Yeah, so this would be
so are you telling me Man City might not go to the Champions League?
I'm telling you that it's possible we might have to see Pep Guardiola next season
lining up with Eintracht Frankfurt.
He's going to have
What a sight to see. Haaland.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's just prepare. And you know, Europa is way more difficult.
It
than
is
for
Thursdays,
the Champions
and
League,
those
so-
even the travel alone, right?
Yeah.
Back and forth.
Oh
Some
my
places you have to
gosh.
take 2 flights.
Yeah,
To
before
get
you
there.
get to- yeah.
So it could be rough for
That
them.
would be a very lovely sight.
It would be good to
I want to
see.
see.
It would be
Pep,
good to
you
see.
know, line up for the anthem.
Pep was saying we have 10 finals that they have to win all 10 just to make that top 4.
can't
So
win.
I think that's
Can't win
that.
5.
Yeah, I think it's going to be
They're terrible.
Yeah,
They're finished.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
Pep is still
thinking
delusional
about
the squad.
his squad.
And the ability.
Do you think Rodri will be back?
Even if he's, you know, I told you I wished, like I still wish Rodri was
There,
not
right?
injured, because there's little or nothing would have
He will
happened
have
to
done,
this,
yeah.
fall off. It's a team mentality. It's,
Terrible. Fulham at home to Spurs.
I think I would lean towards Fulham win or draw. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't.
Spurs,
rate
they're
Spurs.
terrible.
They're
And then
terrible,
away.
unpredictable. Ah,
Do you think they should sack Ange?
see.
Do you think they should sack Ange?
I don't even think. I think the entire
It's not.
setup of the
It's
club is
it's not the
terrible.
managers. Yeah, it's
I
not. It's
mean,
not the
even
managers.
fans,
They don't expect anything. They are so they
yeah,
just
and you know,
now
very
the
funny
stadium
thing
is
I think at the
divided.
beginning of the season, that
They
was
were all
they
they were all
really-
gassed.
I didn't even know Spurs had so many fans. I didn't know they had that number of fans
They-
online. Like
online,
Twitter
yeah,
and
They
everything,
do
you know,
now. They
were
do because
really
that's all they can do.
Yeah,
Make
podcasts
noise.
saying
Yeah,
they
they
want
can
to
make
win
noise.
league.
And expressions, expressions pushing
now-
them. There's
They're quiet.
no, it's over for them. It's
So,
over for
no,
them.
I
Now I think can they even make? I don't think they can make the Europa League, right?
They can't even make the Conference League.
So they
They're
are
just
finished.
right above us.
So now this is where Danny Levy will start having issues because as long as you're in top 4, he's always happy, right?
Yeah.
Now when funds are being
but
drained,
let's just say, due to the injury crisis, maybe he might decide to give Ange one
no,
more.
Ange is not the problem, right? I don't think Ange.
Yeah, but you know, we all know that Levy is not going to take the blame. He's not,
Actually,
he's going to,
somebody has to be crucified.
Somebody has to be the scapegoat. So,
Leicester at home to Manchester United.
finally, someone below
You can
us.
win.
Yes.
Somebody that you can win.
Finally.
Leicester is terrible.
Finally.
I would have said maybe you guys will lose or
Yeah,
draw, but
but-
this Leicester always they find a way to lose. They find a way to lose. They are horrible.
Yeah, man.
Horrible. Even Chelsea was 1-0, right?
Yeah.
And Cole Palmer missed the penalty. So Jamie Vardy, all those guys, they are going Didi.
They're dead.
They are finished. They are going back. They are going back for sure. Liverpool, Newcastle is also on Sunday because they are the Carabao Cup final.
I would love
Who do you
to see Newcastle win the cup?
the final?
Yeah, I
Why?
would-
Why?
Because first of all, Liverpool already has
Won the league,
Premier
right?
League. It would be a disgrace for the other clubs, Arsenal, Man U, Chelsea. You know, to have Liverpool win the double.
In a way, I don't like Newcastle as well, but I think I'll prefer them to win
I love
over
Isak.
Liverpool.
So I love
Yeah,
Isak.
that's Isak. That's not Liverpool.
Have some.
Bruno Guimaraes, all those guys.
Yeah.
Now, Liverpool, if they don't win this game, have they failed this season?
They haven't. They've even exceeded expectations
Expectations,
because new coach, like no one expected Liverpool was going to win the league.
Yeah, no, but even
And I think
even
priority
challenging.
for-
People were
Yeah,
saying the new manager,
exactly.
like
Priority for Liverpool fans is the league. We know.
yeah.
Because they
For
want to equal
look,
Manchester United.
even when you look, apart from the Champions League,
Titles.
Mourinho said this is the hardest thing to win
Yep.
because you have to go home and
And
away.
the manner in which
to all the teams.
they've been at the top is
They've lost only
exceptional.
one game.
Just
One game,
in
shocking,
28.
to Forest.
So, I mean, give
Even though they have lots of draws, but like
Yeah,
they
let's give it
they
up
look
to
at the point difference, 16
Yep,
or
it's been
15
an
points.
exceptional season for
So
them,
I think it's over for them.
I don't think it's been a
They will win the league. Yeah, I think they've exceeded, like you said. And then Slot first season to do that with basically no signings.
No signing.
Because Kesa doesn't play, right?
Yeah.
And they are winning the league. Now the only hope is that these veterans, all of them, don't go at the same time and again they will all be going on a free,
Yeah.
which is detrimental to the club, right? It's just the only positive is it's going to open the wage bill up for signing more
new
quality players, right?
Those
But
players will need time to adapt to the Premier League.
and the mentality you're
And can
losing.
they even deliver the numbers Salah alone is giving?
That's why I was predicting Liverpool might sign Isak.
Yeah,
Even signing Isak is not enough, right?
You need to sign 2 of Isak's
Because
quality.
they've not spent money in the last 2 windows. They are going to release players, which is going to open up the wage bill. They might be able to afford Isak on his wages and the transfer fee, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. I also but I think Liverpool might win because the pain from this Champions League exit, right?
I don't believe in that because
You don't?
Yeah, because Newcastle also wants to win something.
Yeah.
They also got the final to Manchester United
Last 2 seasons ago,
So
yeah.
it's going to be a case of we've been here once.
We want to taste how it feels, right?
And you know, the fans will be gassing them up. You know,
it's going to be a good game.
Yeah,
it's going to be a good game. The only issue I'll have is if Liverpool scores early, then that might demoralize.
That Liverpool also played midweek.
Yeah, so they will be tired, right?
So
yeah,
that would also play a role.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about Ballon d'Or nominees, right?
Yeah.
Who do you think who do you think is in the pole position now to nick it, right?
It's been,
I think
currently Dembele, Rafinha, and Mbappe.
Yeah, but there's what about Salah? You're gonna
Salah is out of the race
because of Champions League.
Yeah,
so you think that would if the league is not enough?
No, it's not enough. It's never been enough.
So what if Mbappe or Rafinha wins only the Champions League and they don't win their league? Is that good enough?
Then it should probably come down to the numbers.
But Salah is racking up the numbers. Dembele as well is racking up the numbers.
Rafinha is also racking up the numbers in Champions League.
Even Mbappe is not bad.
Mbappe
is not bad.
You know, I was going to tell you, even Hurricane. But no one isn't talking about Hurricane.
But I think it's because he does it. It's like I think it's going to come down to one of those Madrid or Barcelona players. Because if one of them wins the league and the Champions League or gets to the final,
definitely.
Then you'll probably
be an agenda to and even Vinicius, Vini.
I don't think he's not been poor. He's just been okay this season, right? Okay. Last season was the season he should have taken it, right? But you know, it is what it is, right? I mean,
but I'm hoping Dembele can keep up this form because
Dembele has been on fire. 20-something goals
this new year
in 2025, and we're in March.
Whoa. Exceptional.
Yeah.
I wish my strikers could score half of the numbers. I'll be okay.
And he's not even a striker, right?
Yep.
He's just
my striker has never scored this year.
Rafinha too has been doing crazy numbers for playing a winger.
11 goals in 10 games in the Champions League already.
That's impressive, man. That's impressive.
League.
And the goals too have just been. Do you know they even cancelled one of his goals? Like that nice.
And Barcelona. Let's talk about Barcelona. Has scored 140, I think 48 goals.
This season
40,
alone?
Yeah, in 40-something games.
Wow.
Average of, I think, 3 goals per game.
You know where they racked those numbers up? The first half of the season. It was crazy. Yeah. It was a bloodbath. You come, you receive, and you just go home.
Man, it was during the game the commentator mentioned it. I think it was 120-something goals in 40 games.
That's crazy.
Like, huh? How?
That's crazy.
And the season's not even over yet. I'm like, wow.
We'll see how it goes.
Crazy.
All right, guys, that brings us to the end of this episode. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and we'll see you next week.
And also don't forget to comment, please. Catch you.
Peace
out.